Mechanisms of development show up in the biological and biochemical foundation section of the MCAT, and the exam loves asking how cells know what to become, where to go, and when to stop dividing. So instead of just memorizing terms, let's break down the key developmental mechanisms and how they work together to form organized, functional life, the way the MCAT actually tests them. Cell differentiation. Cell differentiation is when unspecialized stem cells develop into specialized cells with specific roles, like a stem cell turning into a red blood cell or a neuron. This process is driven by changes in gene expression, not changes in DNA itself. The MCAT often tests whether you can connect gene expression patterns to cell fate outcomes. Morphogens. Morphogens are signaling molecules that create concentration gradients during development. Cells exposed to high versus low concentrations interpret these signals differently, leading to different cell fates. Think of it like a GPS system for developing cells. Position determines identity. Induction. Induction happens when one group of cells influences neighboring cells through chemical signaling. It's how tissues talk to each other during organ formation. On the MCAT, you might see this in questions about neural tube or limb bud development, where one cell layer triggers differentiation in another. Cell-to-cell communication. For any of this to work, cells must communicate effectively. Three main types appear on the MCAT: paracrine, signaling to nearby cells; autocrine, signaling to self; juxtacrine, direct contact signaling. Knowing which type applies in a given passage can make or break a question. Apoptosis. Apoptosis, or programmed cell death, isn't destruction. It's precision. During development, it removes unneeded cells to sculpt tissues, like separating fingers during limb formation. MCAT questions often test your ability to recognize apoptosis as a normal, necessary process, not a failure. Hox genes. Hox genes are master regulators that tell cells where they are in the body. They control body patterning along the head-to-tail axis. Mutations here lead to misplaced structures, like a leg forming where an antenna should be. For the MCAT, remember, Hox equals positional identity. Genetic and epigenetic regulation. Differentiation depends not just on which genes exist, but which are turned on or off. Mechanisms like DNA methylation, histone modification, and non-coding RNAs fine-tune gene expression. Epigenetics lets identical DNA create dramatically different cells. One of the MCAT's favorite conceptual twists. Stem cells. Stem cells are the foundation of all differentiation. They can self-renew and differentiate into many cell types. You'll see them classified as totipotent, any cell type including placental; pluripotent, any body cell; multipotent, limited range like blood cells. MCAT questions often test your ability to rank or apply these categories. Environmental influences. Development doesn't happen in isolation. Factors like hormones, nutrition, and exposure to toxins or teratogens can alter gene expression and disrupt normal differentiation. Expect the MCAT to test this through scenarios involving fetal development or maternal exposure. Pattern formation. Pattern formation determines how tissues and organs are spatially arranged. It's guided by gradients, signaling pathways, and cell-cell interactions, the blueprint of development. On the MCAT, this concept ties back to morphogens, Hox genes, and induction all working together. Germ layers and tissue formation. Every organ in your body originates from one of three germ layers: ectoderm, skin and nervous system; mesoderm, muscles, bones, circulatory system; endoderm, gut, lungs, internal organs. The MCAT loves testing which layer gives rise to which structure. It's basic but high yield. Cell differentiation is all about communication, control, and coordination. From morphogens to Hox genes, every mechanism ensures that cells develop precisely where and how they should. Understanding these processes doesn't just help you memorize. It helps you reason through complex passage questions that link genetics, development, and physiology. With that said, here are just a few of our student success stories. Students who mastered these concepts, boosted their scores, and got into medical school. If you're studying for the MCAT, click the link below to get started with your own prep. We help students reach a 515 plus on the MCAT, and we'd love to do the same for you. And don't forget, subscribe to our channel for more MCAT breakdowns like this, and follow us on Instagram for extra tips and resources.